So, is it on? Hey guys, Kimon speaking. So, starting the second page, yeah, I couldn't stream yesterday. I had a lot going on. I was doing a bunch of sketchbook work as well, so I mean, this scene, I've already laid it out. It's gonna be pretty much like this. 2-page, folds out, open like this. Did a few sketches of what it could be in the end. So basically, in the end, it's gonna be sort of like this. It's really quick, I guess. But yeah, in the end, it's gonna be a scene in the train. I guess at the it's gonna have Alice. It's gonna have the goat. There's a weird character with a horse head, and there's this weird beetle character which I've drawn. I haven't done the person with a horse head yet, and I need to kind of refresh my memory on where they each sit. But let's get the concept out anyway, right? Because that's what we're doing here in the end. This is why I don't like that. So like I said in my previous one, I tend to make my canvases gray, and then let's not forget this. Let's not forget our main tool to draw with. Main tool tablet. So alright. Plugged in. Sorry, I'm a little ill as well. A bit of a stuffed nose. But yeah, I'll probably do this in 2 sessions. I mean, I'll probably 2 sessions today though, because I mean I have to have it done by tomorrow, unless I wake up super early tomorrow and get it done. If I don't finish it now, but yeah. So let's get started, shall we? So this one I'm gonna approach a bit differently because I don't have that many good reference images, or even images that I could use to kind of piece it together without drawing a general overlay on top. So I've got a few reference images here. I don't know if that makes sense. These are all ones that I took myself. I went out. Loughborough has I'm in Loughborough, and Loughborough has a train station, an old train station which they used to use and work before the war. And so I went there, took a few pictures to kind of get an idea. Okay, these are old trains. I mean, ours is supposed to be slightly current, so I'm gonna cater the design, I guess, to kind of fit it. But I mean, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. I was kind of stuck with this design. I wasn't sure where to go and how to do it, but let's do it anyway. So I got the sketchbook here on my lap just so that I get the concept right, if that makes sense. Alright. Okay. Oh, there's something on my screen. I thought it was. Alright, so let's get drawing. I'll use the chalk brush just because I like getting these rough lines, and let's choose the red that we want. Kind of this darker one. You see it nice and easy on the eyes. Oh wait, firstly I'm gonna add some perspective lines. So this is where the page is divided, right? So the way I do the perspective lines is I create a horizon line, a bridge. For me, I think the horizon line is going to be relatively high, but you're not going to be. No, I think here, normal, right? So like you're sitting down and everyone else is here. Alright. Get the polygon tool out and put 100 sides aligned. And basically what I do is follow this line. Okay, that is way off. And let's do this one again because I didn't like it. Polygon. But hopefully that makes a little sense. Once I get it plotted in and everything. So basically, here we got it. I'm moving it over, I'm moving the vanishing point. Here we got V point number 1. I'm moving it over to this side, if that makes sense. To shift it down. To shift it down. Okay. Is that Livia?
Yeah. You go shopping for what?
Got so much food. We got coffee.
You go to shop for that food?
Yeah, but fish.
Oh.
You know how much chocolate I drink.
Yeah.
I got the vanilla flavour.
Would you say you're addicted?
Wait, what is it?
So that's one vanishing point.
See, it's still so
There's
hot.
2.
Come on.
Merge.
No, I'm joking. Okay.
Oh,
Huh?
that was so short.
What was it?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Let's get these 2 together. Alright, and then I'm not gonna add 3-point perspective, I'll just do 2-point perspective right now. Let's get rid of that because I hate that black line. Well, I can actually get rid of all of this, since that's where our text is gonna be. Although actually, I think I wanna push the perspective a bit more now that I think of it. So we got this one. I want to bring it a bit closer, actually. Here, make it seem like it's got depth. And this one, maybe not that much, but maybe like here. There you go, simple perspective grid.
I am Mr. Excess Cookie.
Actually, keep it like that. Let's make these red as well. No. Why not? Let's leave it like that. Okay. Let's get drawing. Let's get drawing. Yeah, we can get it like that. للخوازين. This one's gonna be different to the other one. Very different. Because I don't think I'm gonna have any of the illustration bleed into the text here. You know, let's say the text is there. So I'm gonna have them kind of coming in this way. Right? So the way it's gonna be is, let's do this a bit proper. So I'm gonna have it like this, or whatever. Trains coming in. There's gonna be a bunch of people sitting here, or all the characters that it talks about. Alice here in the front. Text here, and I think that's gonna be it. I think it's gonna be pretty simple. I'm gonna have a window in the background. I'm gonna have some weird, like the trees maybe. I guess we'll work it out as we go. I mean, that's the better way to do it. I always like that more. Sometimes when you're doing something more specific, it's a lot easier to have a certain layout and stick to it and know exactly what you're gonna put in. But a lot of the times you can be designing stuff and either happy accidents, which is a legit thing, like Bob Ross always says, right? So, and whoever's watching, make sure to follow. You know, hopefully I can reach a few people. That would be quite good. Right. So let's say, oh, here, this is a window like that. Alright. Let's get some music playing. Unfortunately, I can't play any music for the stream because it would be copyright, and I think Twitch would mute it. So let me just get some music on for myself because I like working having some music on. Last time I didn't do it though, it was too much because I was focusing more on talking, but I'm kind of at the stage where I'm just gonna do and babble. Alright. So these lines can get really distracting sometimes. Here we'll have them barely show. And I mean, I checked out earlier. Oh wow, it's when his girlfriend comes in. The internet lags. But yeah, anyway, whatever. We can't hog all the internet here, man. That's the thing when you're living with people, right? But now it's gonna start lagging. Before it was perfect, now it's gonna start lagging. You know, people always watching shit. I don't know. So just quick sketches. No, we want it like that. So quick sketches, just when I'm planning out where everything's gonna be. So one person's gonna be here. I don't know about anyone. But if it lags too much, I mean, like I said, I have some videos on YouTube. Well, I just upload them straight and directly into YouTube, just so that this doesn't happen. I mean, just because I knew that this was gonna happen. Okay, so whatever, there's a chair here. Just a lot of, in these kind of situations, like trains and like a lot of sci-fi stuff is, well, this isn't sci-fi, but corridors. You know, it's like sometimes they have one point perspective, so everything goes to it, and then it's just like repetition of just the same thing. Maybe they can have like a box here, and then like there's your corridor. You know, that kind of makes sense. Hopefully. So let's follow these lines a little, the perspective line, so that we can get the so that we can get the seating and the chairs. Now let me sing like a sneeze. Alright. So we have the goat here. The goat again. But yeah. It's the kind of scene that's gonna be linking both of them. This one comes before the one that I did before. I just chose to do the other one there. Goats are weird. Goats have complicated heads. I mean, I have. Wait, let me pull it up. I scanned in my goat design to just kind of look at it while I did this. Alright. This is my rough goat design. Real rough, like I said. I always try to do it really rough and then kind of refine it as I go and refine it as I make my final one as well. Because I like having a bunch of different ideas and slowly working out like different aspects of it while I'm refining and making and getting close to the final product. Obviously, if it doesn't look good, I'll try and refine it a bit more. Okay, so actually I want to make the goat really tall. So I'm going to make him up here. Right? Like this. There we have it. it's now. Okay, now this kind of looks really trippy to you guys probably. It's gonna be a difficult scene actually, because personally I'm better at environments and like coming up and thinking of environments that could possibly exist, but I'm really not that good at like people anatomy and like, but you know, that's the point. That's the point of this, to practice and get better. And you know, they all pros did. I'm not a pro, but all pros practiced up until they got to a point where they could do everything, I guess. I wanna kinda get him crouched over, so I might do his face here. That's easy, I can grab, I can just grab him a bit like that. Alright, put him here. It's okay that these lines don't exist, so let's get his neck coming like this. Yeah, I like that. So his body is in perspective as well, let's not forget. So his one shoulder's gonna, if he's sitting straight, well, he's sitting like this because it's tall, because he's really tall, but if he's sitting in line with the chairs, his one shoulder's gonna be here, and if we follow the perspective grid, his other shoulder's gonna be slightly lower, right? And here. So maybe I can do some things hanging from the ceiling, you know? I'll do that after. Actually no, I'll just put here. Here we're adding like bars, I guess. Alright. Let's get this smaller. So he's a hairy dude. So it's probably really messy. You guys don't know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. Hopefully, like the other one, it'll come out into something that you guys can see. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Arm coming down there. Let's don't do underwater. Gonna have myself a time. Here, let me erase some of the lines so that it makes more sense. So, okay, hopefully you can see that's his head. Ah, my shoulder. Yeah, unfortunately, it gets quite difficult to draw sometimes because I've injured my shoulder pretty badly while doing sports this year. Kind of tore the ligaments in my collarbone before Christmas, and it's still healing, unfortunately. So when I make sudden movements and everything, it hurts pretty bad. But yeah, anyone wants to follow, give me some support, it will help me make these videos a bit more as well. And I don't probably have the most interesting voice. I've been told it's soothing, so it's calming to listen to, so maybe, anyway. There's the one goat arm. Alright. Let's get this up again. So his chest will kind of go. His chest kind of goes in. Yeah, I gotta get these weird characters shapes out because they are weird. They're really weird. So, sorry, if I pause, it's because I'm thinking of like placement and stuff. I mean, this is the most difficult part, I think, trying to get everything to look good, and then the details are just kind of the like automatic mode where you just kind of fill in and talk, and that's the easier part. So there's its hoof, I guess. Why is it all the way up there? Damn, it's really. Take a look outside, guys. It's not happening. Out of nowhere, though, like yesterday, blue sky, and then like hella. Oh, bad idea. Hella snow all of a sudden. Should I make the goat? Okay, I got an idea. Oh no, I'll just do the goat here. Maybe I can make him turn around and look. Oh, although I just did the head. But I think it would look better. So the head's kind of turning and looking. Yeah. Well, idea. What we can do is copy, save, right? Copy, paste it, and then erase this and try and do it again. Stepping on my brakes. I don't see you going, I must be in a problem. Nice. I think the stream's going well. I don't think it's lagging actually, which is yes, awesome. Because we haven't had that ever. I tried to change the title of the video as well. Maybe this one's more. I tried. So here. So yeah, thing I personally need to look out as well when I'm drawing this is line weight, because what I tend to do is push. I do this when I draw as well, is I push really hard on the pen, and you know, like if you do something like that and then something like that, the thick line looks a lot closer, right? A lot closer, so I can have like a face and then have, you know what I mean, and then have like this guy here, but like this guy will obviously, hopefully that makes sense. So that's something I know in the industry you gotta, ooh, when you're a junior designer, at least in like companies and like big companies like, I don't know, Ubisoft and like those ones. And if you're a junior artist, you tend to, from what I've heard, I don't know, but you tend to just mainly do all the dirty work and all the cleaning up the drawing and stuff. And these people want to see that you can draw. You can draw well. So that's something that you need to take into consideration, and something I need to do as well, and show them when I'm applying for these kind of jobs for portfolios and stuff. So there's the go, there's the evil. Let's get his ear. I like that. Yeah. I think it's. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's nicer with the goat looking at our Alice, right? It's kind of looking at him like, hehe. And in this case, I might even make him grin and give him some human teeth. What's the name?
Hey guys. You filming, aren't
Huh?
you?
The less?
I'm saying say hey guys to the viewers.
It's one guy watching. Hello, bro. Thanks for watching. Maybe I can give him a kind of like vulture neck. You know what I mean? Kind of. Nah, that looks fucked up. Yeah, there we go. I like that good. Good go. Oh wait, I just erased his beard. Come here, that's the main part. Show us your luscious beard, good. Show us your luscious beard. Because I bend down a lot when I draw, maybe. Yeah, that's better. Ichima! Yeah, I fuck with Keith Ape. Keith Ape's cool. Maybe because my parents live in Korea now, so. But yeah. So you're right about Ichima. Underwater. Okay, yeah, so you can't really see his other arm. His other arm, maybe I can do coming out here or something. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a mess here. It will clear up when once I draw the, what was I saying? Once I clear it up in black and white and color, I guess. This one isn't gonna have as much texture as the other one because obviously it's an indoor in the train scene. I have to add some of this because repetition, like I showed you with the corridor. It gives like a sense of depth and an entertainment. Apparently, it's quite easy to replicate those. What's this? Interesting. Let me have a quick look on the stream and see what that does. Did it do anything? Did it do anything? Huh. Guess not. Okay. I gotta check something. Give me a second then. I broke a slot in my PC tower a while back, and it messed up my sound. So I need to kind of like manually input where I want my sound to go to. If that makes sense. I know. Fuck it. Let's get back to this. Man, it's difficult talking and doing this. Hopefully, the more I do this, the more used to it I'll get. Let's do this. Like he's talking to
When
me.
the weather gets better, we're going to do something else.
What?
When the weather gets better.
Oh yeah. Cool. Okay. Next time you finish this time. I'll get some of the confused.
Wait, I have to move it.
Why?
Where's not, it's an original position.
Oh yeah, you moved it. You told me, didn't you?
Last night, yeah.
Something happened. I woke up. You were there.
So?
Something happened. I woke up and you were there. But I didn't wake up when you came in. I woke up when you were already beside me.
Yes.
Why?
Because I came inside, I haven't told you that. You could move the laptop next to me.
Should I make it maybe going? Let's see this. You know, because it's supposed to be scary. They all kind of look a little happy. So, but if he's like going crazy, it's like. No, I don't think so. I think I'll just have him sitting down, just keeping like wide, like eyes open, like freaky guy kind of thing. So here's his suit or whatever. Here's him sitting down again. Because I mean, ultimately, he's sitting down and the scene like trips out and he goes to that weird. Alright. So yeah, these things take time. You just gotta have patience. Just Jump up, open up a sub, so good price out of sight. Today, I'm a businessman and I'm whipping it down, whipping it down. So here we go. Another seat. Oh man. That's gonna be the scarab dude. Okay. I might not do the horse. Let me show you. So then this kind of beetle guy. Alright. And I used my favorite, not my favorite Martian. What's it called? The Martian. The Martian from like Duck Dodgers and like Disney kind of thing. Idea. Kind of made like a beetly guy. Again, rough drawings I like to find in. Whoa! Close.
Pai po som 1000 views. Pai po ter 1000 views.
Pai?
Po ter 1000 views.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
What I'm gonna need to is that one view you maybe.
Maybe. Good point. But I'm not viewing the video.
Oh yeah, good point.
I'm just looking at the chat, and then on the dashboard it shows me like statistics, like who's. So I don't know. I really don't. I won't be able to tell you.
Except if it goes to 0 views.
Huh?
Except if it goes to 0 views.
Yeah, I've seen it drop to 0 though. Sometimes. Yeah, I have seen that. So
okay.
I don't know if it's just like glitching out or yeah, it could be. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying, yeah?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh shit. So the beetle. There's gonna be the beetle. It's just gonna be a really weird scene. Weird and creepy. They're streaming something inside, so it might get a bit unstable again. Because before, I mean, I was really happy. It was working perfectly, which doesn't ever happen. Well, ever. I've only done this twice before. But oh, right now, that's what I was gonna do. So this beetle's legs aren't gonna be there. Okay, there we go. And he's just kind of like grabbing his arms. And those are the hooves of this bloke here. Well, I mean, to change line weight, you can kind of go in and kind of do it like this, you know, kind of just refine it. But in this case, I know what I'm doing. You guys probably don't, but I do, which is the main thing. Alright. It's me doing that, so. Beetle dude. I think, so I need to pull up the chapter. Yes. Well, I'll do that when I take a break for lunch. So like I said, I'm going to divide this into two pieces. The first part's going to be this, I guess. Chapter 3. For me. So this one's going to be one part, which I'm going to upload as well. It's just going to be the drawing of it. And then the second part's going to be the refining, adding the color, adding the, well, color, grayscale in this case. I think I'm going to make them have red eyes. I think it's going to be interesting. Outside it's going to be trees. I'm going to use that image. Like here, the trees. So yeah, outside the window, I might actually have the horse head as well. Or maybe I don't even need it. Right? Horse is kind of. Outside, like. Maybe not. I don't know if I like. I don't know if I can fit the horse in there. That's what, but he's not even that important. He just shouts that, "Hey, we're moving. We're moving. We're getting to the next square or whatever." Because you know in chess it's like you move up, and in this case they're the white pawns, and they're doubling up and going to the other row. So they jump over the. Yeah, you get me. And he just kind of sticks his head out. Maybe I can have his head here or something, like looking up. I'm just trying to show what nothing trouble for me. So yeah, I'll probably be back like 6:30. Well, I'll probably swim for another hour and then be back. I don't know then. To continue, I think I pretty much got the general rough. See, I'm all about roughs. I really like doing roughs and then refining later. But some people don't like that. In my course, for example, they don't always condone it. I like it a lot more, like I said before, because then I can kind of work out and make design decisions as I go along, which for preparation I guess might not always be the best, but for my own projects and for my uni projects where I don't have that much time to sit down behind a sketchbook and just draw and think, okay, that should go there, and just draw like really neatly, and I've never been able to do that actually. And for me doing that, I mean, just doing this rough sketch has taken me like an hour, right? So even rough sketches take me quite long. I guess it's all about practice. And here we go. Maybe we can have something like this lean in or whatever to this page where the text is gonna be. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I think that'll be it. I think that's a pretty cool Full concept. Maybe I can. Increase that as well, like that. Maybe just make this dark. Make this dark and look at it. We got Alice, we got the Bill. There's a gnat, but he doesn't see the gnat until later because it's invisible for some reason. So I don't know. So maybe legs here or something. Alright, maybe we can start adding some color and just put on multiply. Let's lower the opacity. So different to the other one where I started with back templates and images that I kind of like photo bash together. This is gonna be slightly different. I'm gonna use the polygon tool and just kind of form. What's up?
What's up? You turn me?
Yeah. Can you tell what this is out of curiosity?
Can I tell what it is?
Because I know.
Of course I know what it is, man. It's Alice in the Looking Glass.
No, but what's going on here?
Oh. What's going on? They're on the train.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's a goat. And there's the beetle on the left.
Have you read the book?
No.
Oh.
I've seen sketches.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And what's at the end? Is that a poster or is it supposed to be a window?
No, that's not.
It's
That was just like an example.
Ah, that was it. Ah, I see. Nice, that was cool.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. They're like on the subway or something.
Yeah, basically. When does this do? This is the one that.
Yeah.
Possible to
I
finish.
should have this tomorrow.
Yeah, but you've done quite a lot today.
Yeah, but think of it. There are 5 people in our groups. No, 5 people in my group. We need to have all of us need to have it all together by tomorrow. Then like, we need to design a cover for it. We need to print 5 books and put them together and work out, because it's a fold-out book. We need to work out how it's gonna fold out. So then we need to go to a print shop and like print it. Isn't it stupid that you get what?
Streaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it stupid that you get money for labs and shit? Well, for you got your coat, you got your thing. When we have to pay fucking extra to go and get it printed when it's
I know, but like, let me tell you. Let me
yeah,
tell you
yeah.
the
But
difference.
listen. They tell us
that exact example though wasn't a good one, because if I didn't have my lab coat and my glasses, right, I'd spill something and I get my eyes burnt out or my fucking skin gets forever.
Yeah, okay.
It's the programs. It's the programs that you should get for free, like Photoshop and stuff like that.
Yeah, which we don't get. That is fucking stupid.
We get programs that cost them like 2,000 for free, man.
But also, our brief specifically asked us to get all these books printed professionally and stuff. Like, they could give us some money for that. I mean, it costs. No way. Your headbutt.
I headbutted the light turned on.
I mean, it costs so much to get these stupid things printed, and we need to print 5 books, man. Like, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap.
I was trying to think of what the fucking word is.
I want to turn it off now. I preferred it without.
Huh?
I preferred it without. Oh my god, this thing is just terrible.
You don't like the reflection? I like. It's the only part that I like. The reflection.
The shadowing.
The shadow. Sorry, not the reflection.
Still terrible bulb though. That bulb, lampshade.
Yeah.
Tom?
Huh?
Later. Tom, later.
Yeah. He said around 6 or something. 5, 6. Well, when did I call him?
3, 2:30.
Yeah, he said in like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
Moist. Did you see how it snowed like insanely for 10 minutes and then it's like clear sky now?
I know, man. It's just so weird. Delightful. Oh, bipolar weather. Yeah, for sure. Okay, we can fix that later. So what I'm doing is just blocking out shapes and trying to get like base values on, if that makes sense, just really quickly. And then, no, that's gotta be loaded. Because the lights are here, right? And trains, yeah. This is, I'll show you with the dodge tool later. What I was talking about with the artificial lighting and everything. We got whatever, I'll just we want this kind of color, right? Because it's outside and it's looking outside, unless outside can be darker, but then you won't necessarily see the trees. So maybe it's not that light, maybe it's somewhere here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is go in and kind of block out the characters just a bit more for now. You know, maybe that one viewer is. I'm gonna try something out. Look at that. Let's see what's up. Yeah. I guess I'm not missing them. Okay. It's getting darker for his Yes. Hey guys. Hey guys, what's up? You guys are reviewing me. Hope it's all hanging good, and hope you enjoy my stream alone. Now this is a scarab. The scarab is gonna be really dark. I'm gonna add some greens in that guy from the previous one because that was pretty cool. I like that kind of green. It's really dark. Get a scarab here. This is a good plan. But now I'm so high. So this is the goat's hairy chest. And hairy legs. But now I'm so high. The internet's good today, I'm so happy. It's not jinx today. So this goat, man. His arms are kind of human, yeah. I'll make it like that, but at the ends it'll be a bit. Pull up references and then take a look at. No, that's the previous one. So that's how it came out. I think it's pretty cool. So that one's gonna fold up that way. This one's gonna fold up backwards that way. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they're the same dimensions, I think. I hope. Here we go. I wanna see if goat snouts get lighter. Yeah, I guess I do. Look at this guy. This isn't mine. I didn't draw this. This is from here. Keith Thompson. It's pretty good. And I mean, it's what I used a lot for the weird limbs of the animal. Like I kind of used on his teeth. And I guess that kind of makes sense. Right. So let's do the chairs. Just join them. Kind of make it, you know, there where they got the separation, like the light plastic bit. No. You know what I mean? It's got divisions between each people. Maybe I should. Day and night, green night, green night. So we got that. Green night. So as we can see, without there's some forms going through, but not really anything. I mean, people wouldn't be able to understand after that comes. You see, the line run kind of holds the idea. Like this is just like from far you can, you know, like it's the same as squinting your eyes. You can make out some shapes. But yeah, I mean that man. Dang. Man. But I'll definitely be finishing this today or by tomorrow morning. I definitely need to. So I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning because I'll be on the run a lot. Oop, let's get rid of that. We don't need that right now. Alright. Damn, damn on the wrong one. Mr. Ranger, Mr. Ranger, tell me when you're heading on an adventure. So yeah, when you're doing these kind of things, you gotta constantly check. Check the things. On an adventure. And this way you're heading. And this way you're heading. Mr. Ranger, Mr. Ranger, heading. Mr. Ranger, and this way you're heading. And this way you're heading. Adventure. Alright, well, we got here now. I think I might end it here. It's been an hour and 13 minutes. But I think I'm gonna end it here to take a break and maybe have some, well, I'll have some lunch. Gotta do some stuff and then I'll be back by 6. By 6:30, somewhere like 6 UK time, GMT. Alright, so let's give this a quick save. Bad of me, I didn't save it before. Look DPS 2. So but yeah, hopefully the stream keeps up. I mean, it's been going well. I don't